Here with Coach Williams of the CHS football team. Team finished 7-3. Lost in the first round of the playoffs to North Platte, 24-17. It was a close match. Columbus had just won the week before. First of all, how did the season go?
You know, it was a year that a bunch of kids that hadn't been in starting roles for us really stepped up. And, you know, the first game was against Central. We lost a game that we felt like we probably shouldn't have. Would like to have that one back all year long. But as the season went along, you know, our new starters kind of got accustomed to their role and to their starting spot. And, you know, it was a season that we saw a lot of growth from game 1 to game 9 going into the playoffs, and a season that these kids can be proud of. You know, they finished first in the HAC conference in terms of power points and win-loss record against HAC teams. You know, and qualified for the playoffs 2 years in a row. We're right there to host that playoff game right at the end, just missed by a couple power points. So tremendous season and a good group of seniors that led us all the way through.
Do you think the Omaha Central loss put some fuel in the fire and motivation into come back and win some games?
I really think that it allowed us to find some weaknesses in some areas that we needed to grow. It allowed especially on the defensive side, where, you know, we really struggled in the run game in that first game. We made a number of adjustments, and the defensive staff did a great job after that, making some adjustments. And then the next couple of weeks gave up very minimal yardage on the ground. You know, so I think it allowed us to evaluate where we needed to make some changes, and I think our kids did a great job making those changes, and coaches leading them through those adjustments.
The past couple of teams have been pretty good, but what made this team better than those previous to be seeded 9 going into the playoffs?
You know, I think besides that first game, I think we kept the focus all the way through, and we didn't drop a game after week 1 that we shouldn't have dropped. You know, we won some of those close games. This team, you know, they beat a Kearney team that maybe we didn't have as good a record as they normally do, but was still a very good Kearney team. That's the first team to beat a Kearney team in almost 20 years. So I think we won a couple of those games this year that we didn't win last year. You know, so these seniors just kind of helped us get us over that hump.
Right, so now we look at next year, losing a lot of players: Iberg, Libby, of course Mickey, Thompson, Hausman. How do you replace all those players?
Well, you don't really replace them because we're going to be a little bit different next year. I mean, we just don't have we're not going to have the height, the size at those skill positions that we had this year. But one thing we're going to have is we're going to be fast. We're going to have some kids that can really run at those spots. You know, we got to break in a new quarterback, you know, next year, and a couple of guys that are going to start working with me here in the next week and start getting ready for that role. But so it's going to look a little bit different, you know, but a lot of the same type of, you know, base plays are going to be there. You still got a great offensive line up front. You got Liam Blaser coming back, who's going to be an all-conference, all-state type kid. You know, so in those aspects, you know, a lot of the things are going to stay the same.
Anything else that I haven't mentioned about the season that you want to mention?
Oh, and just thank you to all my coaches and players and parents and all the fans, you know, for everything that you guys did to make this season special, because it was a fun one from the beginning, and you know, we're looking forward to doing it again next year.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.